I'm Anil Kumar. Welcome to my series on global learning. The idea here is to share with you the information available which can be shared globally with all the students around us. I'm actually looking into the ways in which we are looking into the same topic in different parts of the world and sharing these excellent questions which have been there as a part of a curriculum or they've been asked in their tests or exams help us to understand the strategies. The question here is based on simultaneous equations. It appeared in the year 2017 for IGCSE, Additional Mathematics. The question here is, the curve 3x squared plus xy minus y squared plus 4y minus 3 and the line y equals to 2 times 1 minus x intersects at point A and B. Find the coordinates of A and B, and part B is find the equation of perpendicular bisector of the line AB, giving your answer in the form ax plus by equals to c, where a, b and c are integers. You can always pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestions. Now, so basically we are given two equations, two unknowns, so it can be easily solved. Quadratic equation means we expect two solutions, and that gives you the idea why 2 points A and B. Okay, so first thing is we have equation 3x squared plus xy minus y squared plus 4y minus 3, right? It should be something is wrong here. Let me write down this equals to 0. Is it okay? I'll write this as equal to 0. And the other equation is y is all this, right? So the other equation is y equals to, let me write this as 2 minus 2x. So what we are going to do is we are going to substitute in equation 1 the value of y, the equation 2, right? So we'll make this substitution and then we'll have an equation in terms of only x. So we'll find x, correct? So what we get here is 3x squared plus x times 2 minus 2x. So instead of y, I'm placing 2 minus 2x minus 2 minus 2x whole square plus 4 times 2 minus 2x minus 3 equals to 0. Okay, so let's now expand this. So that is going to be pretty lengthy. Let's write down 3x squared plus 2x minus 2x squared. And this, let's write in a bracket. We'll expand this. 2 squared is 4 minus 2ab. That means 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8x plus b squared, which is 2x squared, will give us 4x squared, right? And let me write this term here. Plus 4 times this. So let's write this as plus 4 times 2 is 8. And that gives you minus 8x. And this is minus 3 equals to 0. Okay. Now, the idea is to combine the like terms. Okay. So, let me rewrite this with the common terms together. So, we have 3x squared. Let's write down 3x squared minus 2x squared. And here we have 4x squared with a negative sign. Okay. Let's look into the x terms. We have plus 2x. So I'm collecting the like terms. That's the whole idea. Minus minus becomes plus 8x. And here we have minus 8x. As far as now the numbers are concerned, we have minus 4. Okay. And okay, we have minus 4 plus 8 minus 3 equals to 0. Perfect. So these are our equations, correct? So let me write like this. Okay. Now, if you combine these three terms, minus 7 and this gives you, no, 6. Minus 6 and plus 3 gives you minus 3x squared. Okay. Here, 8 and 2, 10, that cancels, so we get plus 2x. Constants, 8 and that is 7, so we get plus 1 equals to 0. I prefer to write this always with positive coefficients, so I'll write this as 3x squared minus 2x minus 1 equals to 0. So that is the quadratic equation, which can give us two values for sure. We're looking for sum and product of 3 product and sum of minus 2. So we could write this as what? 3x squared minus 3x plus x minus 1 equals to 0. And now we could factor this, right? So taking 3x common, we get x minus 1 plus, we already have x minus 1 equals to 0. Okay, so let me write this on the left side now. So I'm taking this on this side. So what I get here? Okay, we get x minus 1 is common. So I'm changing the ink now and writing this as 3x. And that is plus 1 equals to 0. So this gives you two values of x equals to 1, and this gives you x equals to minus 1 over 3. Now, we know that y is 2 times 1 times, that is what y is, right? So we know y is 2 minus 2x. So we can substitute 1 here and find the value. So we get y equals to 2 minus 2 times 1, which is 0. Okay. And in this case, y is equal to 2 minus 2 over 3, right? So minus, when you put, it becomes plus, right? So that is what it becomes. So basically, this is y equals to 6 plus 2, 8 over 3. So that gives you 2 points. That gives you 2 points. Let me write down these points now. We are calling them A and B. So point A is 1, 0, and point B is minus 1 over 3 and 8 over 3, correct? So that is our answer for part A. Is that clear to you? So we get our 2 points to work with, which are 1, 0 and minus 1 over 3 and 8 over 3. Now for part B, let's move on to a fresh page and then solve this, okay? So here is the second part of the question. Find the equation of perpendicular bisector of the line AB, giving your answer in the form ax plus by equals to c, where a, b and c are integers. So what we just found was 2 points A, which is 1, 0, and point B was minus 1 over 3 and 8 over 3, correct? Now we need to find perpendicular bisector. So when we say perpendicular bisector, that means what? So that means we are looking at two things. One is, let's say we have a line. So in this case, we do have a line, which is, let's just consider, like this is our line, correct? And on this line, we have a point which is, let's say, minus 1 over 3, 8 over 3 here, right? We are calling this as point B, right? You could call anything. And A or B was, right? You could interchange, right? So perpendicular bisector is a line which will be perpendicular. Bisector means into two equal segments. So we need to find midpoint, correct? So we have to have a midpoint, and then the equation of the line which we are looking for has a slope which is negative reciprocal. So that is the concept, correct? So let's find what is the coordinate of a midpoint first. So from here we get midpoint. Let's call this as M, will be average value, right? So the x values will be 1 minus 1 over 3 divided by 2. And the y value will be 0 plus 8 over 3 divided by 2, correct? So that becomes the value of the coordinates for M. So for us, M is what? So 3 minus 1 is 2 over 3, let's say. So when you just add them up, 3 minus 1 is, let's write down, 2 over 3 over 2, and this is 8 over 6. Okay, that's fine. Now, you could actually simplify this. Let's simplify this, right? So the value is basically 2 cancel, so we get 1 over 3. And this value you can simplify, dividing both by 2, we get 4 over 3. So the midpoint for us is 1 over 3 and 4 over 3, correct? So with this midpoint, and the slope, let's calculate now. So this is capital M, right? Now the slope will be what? The small m. The small m is slope, which is for the segment AB, let's say AB, will be what? So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So in this case, it is going to be 0 minus 8 over 3 over 1 minus, it becomes plus 1 over 3, correct? So that gives you minus 8 over 3, and this gives you 3 and 1, 4, 4 over 3, correct? Or that gives you minus 2 as the slope. So this is the slope for the line AB, right? Okay. So what is the slope for perpendicular? Will be what? So perpendicular slope will be negative reciprocal, so it will be half, correct? So that is going to be the slope of your perpendicular line L1. Let's say this is your line L1 which you need to find. Okay. So now what is the equation of perpendicular line? Let's calculate this. So this line has a slope of half, and the point, which is capital M for us, is 1 over 3, 4 over 3, correct? So that is the point which we have, which is average of these two. Okay. Now, the equation is y equals to mx plus b. So the equation will be y equals to mx plus b. We can use that, okay. So we could write this equation as y equals to slope of half x plus b. Now to find the value of b, I'm going to use these 2 points. So 4 over 3 is the y value, and the x value is 1 over 3 plus b. Now we can take it to the left side and solve. So that means we have 4 over 3 minus 1 over 6 equals to b. So that means we have a common denominator of 6, and that becomes 8 times 2 is 8, and this is minus 1. The b, which we get is 8 minus 1 is 7 over 6. So that is b, right? So once you get the value of b, you can substitute here and get your equation. So now we get the equation as y equals to half of x, and this is plus 7 over 6. Now we need to change the form to the required form, ax plus by. So let's multiply by 6. We get 6y equals to 3x plus 7. Bring 7 to one side, so we get 3x minus 6y equals to 7, correct? Now when I bring 7 to this side, it becomes minus 7, and y to this side, 3x minus 6y, correct? So that is our answer. So in the given form, which is ax plus by equals to 7, the equation of the line will be 3x minus 6y equals to minus 7, correct? So that's the equation. So I hope you understand and appreciate how to solve such questions. Now it might take a bit of time. Whenever there's perpendicular bisector, it has to be worked out in 2 different parts as we did, and the strategy remains exactly the same, right? Well, there could be one variation to this, and that is you could use another form of the equation, which is y minus y1 equals to slope times x minus x1. That could actually simplify this calculation a bit. So that will be a preferred way of doing rather than what I did. You can try with this and then check your solution, right? The answer will be exactly same. So I hope that helps. Feel free to write your comment, share your views, and keep sharing. Thanks a lot for watching. All the best.